But what I do when I get to the edge is I take a piece of scrap foam and I line it up to the tops of these things, and then I just pin it in place. And I use that as sort of my little guide. The top of that would be. And I just start putting pins in. So that's how I get the concrete all the way to the edge of the layout. Okay guys, so I have this taped up now, and so it's protecting all the track area, an area I don't want it to, you know, get messed up on. Well, I just poured this area. It does look a little messier than you would expect, but that stuff, when you start pouring that, you know, plaster stuff out to make a smooth road, you do get a lot of extra stuff that ends up falling sort of in between the paving tape. So the paving tape, it's really small stuff. It's only like about an 1/8 inch thick. So this is the paving tape stuff. And so you put the stuff down, try to put a little in, and then when you start making it so it's level to the tape, you do get excess that does come around this other area. So that's why you definitely have to put down some masking tape or painter's tape to protect your area. But when I took off the foam tape, there was a gap. So I took some of this Woodland Scenic foam putty and I used it to fill in where the paving tape was. So I'm going to put that, it's in there now, it's nice and flat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait till that dries, which might be till tomorrow. And once it's dry, I'm going to sand it a little bit, and then I'm going to put some of that flex paste on top of this and make it nice and hard like the other plaster smooth it material that's over here. And then I'm going to paint all of it a concrete color, and we can start doing this little scene over here. That stuff is getting pretty dry now, the flex paste. I put another layer on before I taped this, and it's starting to get pretty dry. I did add some more color to this area and to other parts of the layout. So I have this sort of base color. Around here it's got a little splotchy because there's some glue spills. I've been doing a lot of work on the layout this week, especially on this side of the layout, which is the opposite side what we do in most of the work so far. I've continued to ballast the track. I just laid some more right in this area and coming up here. Because I'm going to be still doing some work in this little cutout area, I'm not going to ballast against there because it's going to be actually double wide. But I'm kind of focusing on this little corner here. I did lay down this concrete pad using plaster and some other material, and I've painted it basically a base color right now. So this is the little kit that's going to go there. It's a coal bunker tower. That's for storing coal. It's not completely done. I'm still painting it, weathering it up. Now this little kit is a Walthers Cornerstone kit. Kind of looks like this. Now I didn't get the complete kit. I got this sort of like as a used open box kit, so it didn't come with all the little pieces. So I'm missing some parts to it, but I'm still going to use it, and I'm going to dress it up the best I can. Right there, and that's going to still leave quite a bit of space here on that concrete pad. So basically this whole other chunk here will be a little road area, and then there will be space here. So I did go out and purchase another Walthers kit, a complete kit that comes with stuff. It's called the Interstate Oil Company. But what I'm doing actually is I'm going to make them smaller. So I've made them A big, only 3 tiles big. Now they can sit sideways. There's a thing to allow them to sit sideways. So I'm going to make 2 or 3 of these sideways in smaller barrels about this size, so they can fit in this area. And they have a couple little things. They have a thing that works with a tanker car that I'm going to put together and put next to the coal bunker. And then they have another refilling station for filling up fuel trucks. And I'm going to put that right next to where this street light's going to be. So it'll be like right over on this edge with the oil tank. And this will all be in a gravel area. And I have some of my, so I'm kind of working on these little kits right now. So this thing down here is called the loading rack. So that's going to be over here. And then they have a pump house and piping. So the little pump house with the thing that fills and unfills the tanker cars will be on this edge over here. And I'm going to run these pipes, and I'm going to be using gravel. I'm going to be using a different color gravel than this though. So here are the colors of gravel I have. I think they're called buff ballast. I think it's basically buff ballast. But I'm going to put that along this area and this area once I have glued in the tanks. And I'll have this underneath it. And then I'll kind of weather it a bit. You know, get like some oil spills on it. And because there's going to be coal over here too, I'm going to get some black coal also to mix in this area. So I'll probably use this buff ballast for the gravel in this area. I added some earth turf, which looks more like dirt. And now I'm gone over with some burnt grass, which is sort of really close to earth color, but it has a little light green in it. And I'm just kind of putting a little bit out on this ballast area between these two tracks. Just to add some greenery between them. So I've been working on this area still and got all the greenery done. Let me just back off a little so you can see it. Got it nice. I got a little gravel here with all this stuff. It's all dry in here. I also added the light. So the street light's added here. And what I did was I just used this, it's sort of like a rubber tubing. It's meant for doing wiring. It's like really small, like 1/32. And I fed the wires right through this, and I cut off a little bit. You know, I only have like maybe less than an inch, and I glued that in place right here. And see where it's white, I put a little of that foam putty on there because it is almost a foam rubber type product. And then it's coming out a little bit, and you can see like I can push on it and it bends a little. Well, the light, I could actually pull the light out instead of gluing the light in. It's just sitting right on the tip of this. So if I ever have to take the light out, if it stops working or something, I can actually pull it out. And I've already lit it up and it looks great. It looks fantastic. So that's all working there. This area here is where I'm going to be putting the fuel tanks for the oil. And then I will have that oil thing sit here. I'm still working on the model kits for that. I'll just show what it looks like lit up, but I can tell you it gives off a lot of light over here. You'd be pretty surprised how much light these little street lights give off. They're fantastic. I started weathering a little bit along here to darken it up, but I'm kind of wait till I got the other models here. I want to get this kind of dark in here because it's going to have literally coal. So this has got to be a little bit dirtier. Bought some stuff on sale at MB Klein, modeltrainstuff.com, and I came across this Just Plug. Basically, it's a lighting kit. It helps knock down bleed through on your buildings, and also gives a much better looking window area when you light up the building at night, but also makes it look pretty nice during the daytime. So what this does is during the daytime, it makes the inside of your windows look great, like they would if you just put black construction paper in there. But at night, it lights them up so it's all diffuse. So come take a look at what comes inside both of these packages. I still have my cold, so my voice is a little crackly. Okay. Well, it looks like this is the diffusive, or the tint film. Get quite a bit of it. You know, I'm doing this for N scale. This is going to be way more than enough, I think, for all my buildings. At least the window tint stuff. Okay, so I'm guessing these are these sticky spots. I think they're like little glue spots. There's a whole bunch of them. I guess it's an easier way to put the film on instead of using glue. I usually just use glue, but it comes with it. So this is the diffuse material. It is kind of like a mylar type feel to it. It doesn't feel like it's like I have other diffuse material that I bought that's more like glossy. This isn't like that. And then the top part is this is a glossy type surface, but it's got almost like a sunglass type thing. I don't think that's going back in this box. It's supposed to be like blackout stuff. I don't know if like this is some kind of special paint, or if you can use just regular, if this is like just regular acrylic. If it's regular acrylic, I have tons of black acrylic paint, but it doesn't really say what it is. I've seen a video on this, and it's kind of like rubbery. So to me, I would think that this would not be acrylic paint. You would put the black all along the back edge of your model. And then this putty stuff, which I believe is this stuff. Ugh, pretty sticky. Looks like you get 2 rolls of this putty stuff. Let's see. Well, it's pretty sticky. Some like sticky putty stuff. You're supposed to put this at the edges of your layout, or not layout, of your model. So like if light leaks through at the edges or at the top of your roof, you'd put that in. I was almost thinking instead of this stuff, when I was thinking just put model filler in there. But I saw this on sale and I figured, you know what, I'll try it, but I don't know if this is going to be enough, this little kit. If this kit's going to actually be enough to do all my buildings. You know, this might do like 2 or 3 of them, but I don't know if it'll do the whole thing. I have quite a few buildings that I've already tried with the light on that do bleed through. That's why I bought this rubbery stuff. So when I'm actually at the point where I'm going to put this on a model and try it out, I think I'll do a video to see what it's like.